Hi, this is Alchemist2, and I'm back again with another movie review. I've recently seen Arthur 3, Arthur and the Minimoys, War of the Two Worlds, and it picks off where Revenge of Malthazard left off. And a lot of elements from the second movie are integral in the third. I won't say what they are, because if I do, then they'll ruin really large plot points. But Malthazard has escaped the world of the Minimoys and entered the human world, and he goes to Archie's house, finds the potion to grow Minimoys to human size, and he creates a vast armada. And Archibald was very intelligent and strategic, though, because he had hidden other vials of the potion elsewhere where Malthazard wouldn't even know where to look. And also an element from the very first film, Malthazard's son, Darkos, becomes extremely important. And it's interesting, the transformation that Darkos has, and just the type of character he becomes. And I really like Darkos. I felt really sorry for him, and I just thought that it was sad that his own father doesn't even pay any attention to him, doesn't even acknowledge him, and abandons him, basically. And throughout the second film, Armand and Arthur's mother, they learn more about themselves, and they learn how to work together. And Arthur is heroic as usual, but it left with the Lady or the Tiger ending. And of course, if you've read my fanfics, then you know how I wanted the movie to end. I thought that it was stupendous. It was just magnificently done. And my friend, Brightstar, she tells me that the entire cast of Code Lyoko did voice acting for this installment, and I caught many of the characters from Code Lyoko in the second, and as well in the third, and I really thought it was enjoyable that I could recognize almost every voice. But she and I were talking recently, and we couldn't figure out who Jodie voiced, and it was driving us crazy. We saw that her name was credited multiple times in the credits, and we thought, well, what voice did she provide? And well, perhaps we'll never know. But I thought that everybody did a tremendous job, and even seeing my favorite, David Gassman, as a mechanic, I just wanted to hug the stuffing out of him. I just love him so much, and he did a tremendous job. I thought that Malthazar was particularly sinister in this installment, and in one scene he decides to undergo plastic surgery, and he becomes M the Magician, and that's how he infiltrates Archie's house. And then Archie looks at him and knows that he recognizes the voice, but he can't place the face. And he is very sure that this person, this shifty character, is very suspicious, and he knows he can't be trusted. But then Malthazar reveals himself, and I like that scene. And my other favorite scene is when when Arthur petitions the queen for the elixir of life in order to grow larger. And the animation, as usual, is just absolutely stunning, and I love the hive. the scene in the hive itself, because it's just so beautiful. And I love honeybees. I just adore them. They're my favorite insects in the entire world, besides butterflies and praying mantises. And anyway, I won't go into that, but I just adored this scene. And apparently the so-called elixir of life isn't made until the fall, but there is an explanation from the second movie with the worker who returns with a good report to the queen, and she states that Arthur saved me from a fate worse than death, and the queen, obliging, decides to give him the elixir, and Arthur drinks the elixir and becomes larger, and he hopes that he can defeat Malthazar. But I'm not going to spoil anything here. I'm just going to say, if you've seen the first and second, to go ahead and watch the third, because it is the crux of everything, and it ends with a bang. The scenes with the Minimoys when they become a vast army is like H.G. Wells' War of the Worlds. It's on a grand scale. It's just unbelievable, and it's really well done. It's just stupendous. I loved it. This is probably my favorite installment, though it has the Lady or the Tiger ending. And I love the the credit sequence with Darko singing Rebel Rebel, because I just thought that was hysterical. But I highly recommend it. I just adore Arthur and the Minimoys. And one more thing I wanted to state, this has nothing to do with the movie in and of itself, but this is something that I did just out of boredom. But I am a big Jason Darby fan, and I've been watching Power Ranger Samurai, and Felix Ryan, who plays Spike Skulovich, I think I have a crush on him. He's just so cute. I just think he looks very huggable, and I notice a similarity between his laugh and mine. When I get really, really, really tickled about something, I laugh exactly like that, snorting and all. Yeah, I get that from my mom's side, and I'm not going to do it here because it's just too embarrassing. But this is the fan art that I did, and and basically that's me in the middle with Spike to the left of me and Skull to the right of me, and me in the middle saying choices, choices. And then I give Skull a big kiss, and then there's me with, I'm such a fangirl, and there's me with Spike, and I say, come here, and he says, who, me? And I glomp him. Well, I don't want to break his back. I'm afraid I am pretty robust. The problem with me is when I hug people, I have adjusted one person's back. This when I was 13, and I get really worried that I will snap someone too. But I don't really. I'm really gentle, and I love hugging people. I can't help it. If I could hug the world, I would. But not everybody likes hugs, and that's it. That's basically all I have to say, and that's my review for Arthur and the Minimoys 3. So, ciao!